My name's Scott Acord. I'm 60 years old. I'm in Los Angeles.
Christian Diance. I am 30 years old. I'm here in San Fernando, California. I live right down the street from work.
What drew you to nursing?
I am a product of immigrant parents. My mom, all she ever wanted to do when she came to this country was become a nurse. She got a job in a hospital as a housekeeper. Through her drive and determination, she was able then to become a certified nursing assistant. Then she became what's called an LVN, so a licensed vocational nurse. And then she had us, and then she then became the charge nurse. Being a teenager, growing up and watching her progress and knowing her story was very, very powerful. And my dad's struggle. And I remember having this conversation with my two older brothers. We were teenagers, and it was one day my parents were at work. My mom was probably sleeping or studying. And we said, we can't let this go to waste, and we got to make them proud one day. Amongst ourselves, we had a long conversation. We weren't going to tell on each other. We would always have each other's back. We were going to help each other if we needed to. And then we were going to make our parents proud.
How old were you?
I was like 12 or 13. My middle brother, Caesar, he was 13, 14. And my oldest brother, Jose, was a year older than him. And it was Jose's idea. My middle brother, Caesar, he's an LVN also. And then my oldest brother, Jose, he was an LAPD officer. Unfortunately, he passed away 2011. He was 23. That sort of even motivated us a little bit more, my brother and I. We remember the many, many things that he taught us.
I know you work in an ICU. Is that correct?
So I've moved away from the ER. I've moved away from the emergency department. I've been in the ICU at Providence Holy Cross in Mission Hills for a little bit over 6 years now. We're trauma centers. Critical care is my niche right now. It's something that I love. My coworkers are amazing, and it's very, very rewarding.
It seems very tough. Critical care, you're dealing with somebody who's essentially fighting for their life. And then there's their family members, and there was a lot of emotion around that. And then past year and a half, we've been dealing with COVID, probably 10 layers of added work for people like you in the ICU.
What I find rewarding about it is when somebody really gets better, and they get out of the ICU and they work their way out of the hospital, bed by bed. And then you talk to your coworkers about it. Remember that guy that was like on the brink? He just walked out.
I've seen a few of the videos where they do is it called the honor walk? They're clapping as people are being wheeled out.
Critical care for me is the pinnacle of nursing. And you're a bit of a psychologist, you're a bit of a counselor, you're a bit of a family therapist, you're a bit of everything. You're a bit of a teacher.
It feels like a very sort of intimate job in a lot of ways, just because of what experience with someone. I mean, because they're at their most vulnerable.
What brought it really to the forefront was COVID. A lot of the times we were the patient's family member. We were holding their hand while they were taking their last breath. We have to remember that we all have feelings. We all are human. And really looking back at the last year and a half, man, we all worked so hard. One of my best friends came up to me one day and he's like, I've seen too many people die. And I said, I know, me too. I just gave him a hug. I just kind of felt that that's what he needed at the moment. Gave him a hug. We hugged it out. I said, you okay, man? And he says, yeah, I think so. And so I said, hold your head up high. We're critical care nurses. We're nurses here in the middle of the pandemic, doing what very few people can do. And here you are doing it.